Hey everybody. Hey. So you guys are probably going to hear some things in my background. My children are up. My dogs are running around. My fiance is doing something in the room. I just got off work and I decided, hey, let me make a fucking video. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do. So today's conversation, we're gonna talk about relationships. What is the entire fucking purpose of a relationship? I had someone ask me if I believe that my relationship is going to last because I am in a gay relationship, lesbian relationship, whatever. I explained to them at the end of the day, it's not what you do or who you love, it's about how you present yourself. Here goes one of the dogs. Hi, Poppy. You want to say hi? Hi, Katie. So, hi. That's Kate. So no. No. At the end of the fucking day, it's about what you do, or not who you do. It's not about what you do, or anything like that. It's about your whole personal self. It's about how you are within as a person, how you actually handle situations. I don't believe that homosexual or heterosexual relationships are any fucking different. The only thing is you just land down with the person that has the same shit as you. Period. I think that there's so much that happens in the world, and we ourselves tend to put ourselves down and forget that we are human and tend to place others before ourselves instead of understanding that one, we fucking matter and we're very fucking important. Two, that nobody in this world should ever have that much control over you and your feelings. Nobody should ever be placed before yourself. I know on the last video I said that I would touch on aspects of my life. I was in a relationship for 4 years with my youngest daughter's dad, and it was not the best relationship. It was very fucking toxic. From jump. I was at a place in my life where my mother called it the baby bird syndrome, to where I wanted to. I have this nurturing thing that I have to take care of somebody. I have to make sure that they're good. I have to make sure that they're fine and all that other stuff. And I did that. His mother ended up passing away when I was 6 months pregnant with my baby. And I saw this man go from a regular alcoholic to a bona fide needing a fucking program alcoholic. And I didn't get it. I never lost a parent, so that's not something that I could ever say. I understand that my mom and my dad are both alive. They both get on my nerves really bad. But I have my parents in my life. Well, I have my mother in my life. And that's the baby. Fresh in the oven, fresh coming out. She's cooking. I'm doing the dishes right now. In her room. But so at that moment when his mother passed away, I realized, hey, this isn't something I've ever gone through, but I'm definitely going to try my hardest on my end to be the best possible woman that I could be for him. And that's what I did. And I was pregnant. I was big as a house. I was stressed out. I wanted to kill myself during my pregnancy. I went through a lot. I went to go get an abortion. I was too far along, so they were like, nope, can't do that. So I looked at it like, okay, you know what? It's a gift. So, excuse my lipstick too. I didn't have it on all day. I just needed to make a video. So, it was the worst pregnancy that I've ever encountered. And that was the fourth time I've been pregnant. But it was the worst pregnancy, even with my miscarriage that I had. And I would never, ever, ever want to go through that again. Not physically, but mentally and emotionally, it was extremely draining for me. I put up with females calling. I've put up with the drinking. I put up with the abuse, physical. I put up with mental, made to feel low, like I didn't matter, like my children didn't matter. Um, he felt that because he paid a portion of the bills that made up for the shit that he put me through. My daughter was 11 months old, and he said, hey, yeah, it's over. I'm moving to Texas. And I didn't understand, like, okay. There were things that happened in between that, but I didn't understand how you could leave your child. And that's what he did. And so I was a mother. I said, all right, I am 26 years old, and I have 3 kids, and I need to get this shit together. We got a condo. Within a week, I found an apartment, got a second job, paid my deposit, and moved me and my children and my mother in. In that time, I was like, I gotta make it work. I had 3 kids by 3 different men. Not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that happened because at the end of the day, when you have parental issues, father issues, mother issues, you look for love in all the wrong places, and that's what I did. I'm almost 30 years old. It is what it is. Shit happened, and I'm over it. So I wanted to make it work with him. I wanted to make it work with him. And I allowed myself to think that I was not important. As much as I knew that I was, I forced myself to feel that I wasn't and that he was as good as it got. So while he was in Texas, I was doing my thing, he was doing his thing. And I was still paying his bills. I still paid the car insurance on top of my car note, on top of my mom's bills, on top of my own bills. And I was making extremely good money. Extremely good money. And I ended up losing my job. I lost my apartment. Thank God I didn't lose my car. It wasn't rock bottom for me. I don't believe in rock bottom. The reason I don't personally believe in rock bottom is for the simple fact that there's always going to be a solution for you to get the fuck up and do what you need to do. Period. There's no reason for you to just be fucking down. There's no reason for you to just be exasperated of everything. I don't believe it. I believe that that's bullshit. I come from a very, very strong woman. So for me to be down and stay down, I don't. Shit might be hard. I've definitely hit hard times, but rock bottom, I don't know what that means. I believe that rock bottom is death because there's nothing else after that. But as long as there's breath in your air in your lungs, there's nothing that you can't do. So back to the story. He ended up moving back out here to Vegas, and he was like, okay, we're gonna make it work. Tried to make it work. Come to find out, he cheated on me the whole pregnancy, even though I knew that he did. It hurts more when you hear it. So I found out that he cheated on me the whole pregnancy. And I was like, you got the entire game fucked up. Like, the whole entire game is fucked up. So I put my hands on him. I got tired it was to the point where I thought about everything. I thought about him putting his hands on me. I thought about the shit that I went through in my pregnancy. I thought about my children. I thought about my well-being. I thought about my kids' well-being. I thought about everything. And I got so fucking tired. Like, it was the worst feeling in the world. The worst. Emotionally, I was fucking broken. And he knew that. And he knew that I wasn't going anywhere. It was a sick fucking game. It was a really sick game. And I did it for 4 years with him. And so we ended up getting back together. And then I was in a weekly. He ended up leaving before my daughter's birthday. Right before that, my daughter had caught the flu. And she was in the hospital fighting for her life for 4 days. She was on life support. They had her on all type of machines. I didn't know if my baby was coming back from that at all. And so they ended up, they pronounced her dead. And then they told me they didn't know because her heart started beating again. So, she ended up coming through that thing. Nobody but God. And, so a couple months later, her dad ended up coming up with this whole long ass story and bullshit of how he can't do it and I'm wrong because I was tired. So he ended up leaving me. I was in a weekly, no job, 3 kids, car didn't work. And I said, fuck this shit. I'm a mother. I got shit to do. I started selling drugs. Period. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that I had to do because there was like no other way. Like I was in a weekly and I had to pay rent every single week and I didn't have time to do anything. So as I was selling drugs, I was doing applications. I was helping my kids with their homework. I was, you know what I mean? I did everything. And it's not even something that I'm proud of doing, but I did that sacrifice just so my kids could have a roof over their head. Because like I said, I have parents in my life, but I'm the only one that's doing it. So, I'm sorry, I'm looking around and stuff. My dog, they running everywhere. But, we moved into another apartment because it finally just got to the point like, look, I can't do this. And he was like, okay, we're going to make it work. Sick fucking joke. And I should have just left him where the fuck he was at. But my self-esteem was so low at that point, I felt that that was the best that I could do. I felt that there was nobody out there, and that was the father of my child. You go through shit, right? Nah, bullshit. We ended up getting this apartment. We moved into this apartment August 1st, 2016. And we were in this apartment for 1 month. And he put his hands on me. CPS came out. They took my kids and me to a shelter. They took us to a shelter. And still, in my mind, I'm thinking that it's the best that I could do. And I'm thinking that's all that I deserve. And so he convinced me to leave the shelter and go home. Within a week, all 3 of my kids was in CPS custody. My oldest daughter went with her dad to California. My son and my youngest daughter, they went to foster care and then to my mom's house. I fought hard for 8 months to get my kids back. I got my youngest 2 back. I went to court for my oldest and her dad. her dad ended up winning the case because he pulled up old pictures um, of me and my other baby dad and showed them in court. And I didn't have a lawyer, he did, and so they were trying to say that I was still with him, and it was an unsafe environment for my daughter. I begged them and told them I was not with him. It didn't matter. I lost the case. I lost my daughter. I have to pay child support, court fees, lawyer fees, all because I have a bitter ass baby daddy who should have been my baby mama. After that, I was still in a position where I was like, this is it. This is all I can do. And then a light switch just clicked to me because we were in the process of losing our apartment, and I had asked him if he could help me pay the rent, and he didn't. And he let me lose that apartment, and my kids were supposed to come home a week later. So at that moment, I realized that nobody in this world has you the way you have you. And I am nobody's mother but my children. And I made an executive decision after 4 years to say, fuck this shit. And I said that. And I left, and we've been broken up almost 2 years. I have 2 of my children. I'm still fighting for my third, my oldest one. It's hard. So when I get asked about relationship advice, like I said, it's not what you do. It's not who you with. None of that matters. It's about you and who you are. Not losing yourself. The hardest thing you can do in this world is to lose yourself because of somebody else. It's a domino effect. And bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
And it doesn't, it's a domino effect, and it affects everything around you. And it's the worst feeling in the world when you lose you. When you forget who you are and you take a step back to be somebody else that you know you aren't, and to know that deep down, but you don't even have it at a surface level to fight, but you know that it's down there. You just have to find that strength and gain that understanding within yourself that you are beautiful, you are handsome, man, woman, anybody. You're going to be okay. Bless you. You're going to be okay. You're going to make it. Don't ever, ever, ever stop fighting for yourself. You can fight for the relationship, but always fight for yourself. That's the best thing that you can do. So I'm going to end it on that note. Be blessed, live life, and have a good night.